Hey everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to build this wonderful box in Minecraft. No, what it is it is actually a creeper farm. It's actually 2 levels, so you guys can make this as tall as you would like, and it's actually expandable in a couple different ways. Not only can you go up with it, you can also go outward from it as well, and that's exactly what I'm going to be able to show you guys how to do in today's video if that's something that you guys would like to learn. But for the most part, I'm just going to show you guys how to build just one level of it, and then it's duplicated from there on out. Now here's basically everything that you're going to need in order to build this. There's a couple things that are missing from this list, including a couple of cats. So you guys will have to breed a couple cats with some type of fish, raw cod or raw salmon, something like that. And instead of using 9 magma blocks, we're actually going to go ahead and use 25. We're actually going to make a 5x5 area, but the smallest that I do recommend is a 3x3 area, which would be the 9 magma blocks. Now that you've actually found your area that you want to go ahead and build in, you want to build a 9x9 area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then just fill in that entirely with whatever building block you're actually building out of. And now that we have our 9x9 area that we're going to be building with, we can actually go ahead and surround that. So all we actually need to go ahead and do is come out by 2 on each side, and then you're actually going to go ahead and just basically make a wall around the side that whereas the creepers are actually going to go ahead and fall down. So you want to make sure you have 2 wide on each of the walls, and then in the corner all you have to do is kind of fill in an area that kind of looks like that. Then you're going to do that all the way around the entire side on each side of the farm. And then you want to dig down whatever your lowest part would be by 2. So like this, you want to go down 3. So you want to go down 2 below this, and then you want to dig out everything that is below this 9x9 platform, and then everything that is in this 2x2 little area, or the 2x9 area. So go ahead and finish digging that completely out right now. So now that you've cleared everything out, this is kind of what you should look like. So you'll have a 2 area on each of the sides. So there'll be a 2x9, and then 2x9, 2x9, and then obviously the very center will be a 9x9. And then in the very center of the farm, you want to basically put a marker and just go ahead and kind of find it. So we're actually going to be right there, and then we're actually going to come out by 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then go by 2 this way. So on 2 sides of each side, and we're going to go ahead and put our magma blocks right here, just right like this, and then that's going to be our 5x5 area. Now in the very center, you're actually going to want to dig down a couple. So this is where a hopper minecart's going to go. And then this is where a hopper is going to go. And then you want to dig just a trench in any direction. It doesn't really matter which way that you go. And I'll let you guys kind of figure out where you guys want to be able to put your farm storage system at. So that's far enough out. So we'll have our hoppers leading out that way. So we'll just go ahead and throw in a double chest there. And then we'll just connect this up with hoppers. And then right like there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and put one single rail facing into that wall. Like that, making sure that you're shifting when you're putting it down, and then go ahead and put your hopper minecart on top of it, and then go ahead and place a magma block on the top of that. Now this is where you're going to need a ton of water, so an infinite water source nearby is definitely going to be useful. And then just go ahead and fill in everything with water on those edges, on the 9x2 areas. And that's going to push everything to the very center, and as they get closer to the center, they'll actually start to die, and then that very center is where stuff will actually go ahead and get picked up at. So if we throw in our bucket of water, that very center one, when it gets to that point, we'll actually send it to where our chest is located, and that is right over here. You can see that it has landed in our chest. So that is absolutely perfect. Now what you want to do is go ahead and on each side, so on this side, and then place on your trapdoors, and then go ahead and open them. Then you want to do the same thing on the inside, and you want to do that for each of the sides. I'll let you guys go ahead and finish that up real quickly. Now that you have all the trapdoors in place on each of the 2x9 so that the creepers will actually just go ahead and walk through there, you want to go ahead and find the middle of the farm once again and go ahead and place down a carpet, and then you want to go ahead and place a trapdoor on the top of that carpet. And then you're going to take out your carpet one more time, and you're going to go every 2 spots out. So it's going to have a weird kind of checker pattern, kind of like that. And that's so that no spiders will actually go ahead and spawn in this area. Now at this point, what you want to do is you're going to grab your cat, and then you're going to bring them to the platform, and they're going to love them up, and then we're going to push them just right to where the trapdoor's at. Right there will actually work just fine. If you want to go ahead and place in the roof of the farm right here first, the other way that you could actually do this is remove that center block and then bring the cat basically right here. Well, if he wants to stay for me anyway. All right, cat, you were pretty hungry there. Then you can push him right here, and then you can push him right down onto that trap door if you'd like to do it that way. Either way will actually work just fine. It does not matter if you want to put them on the bottom or the lower part, because if you have this trapdoor here, they can't push this cat that's on the bottom away. The only thing they can really do is push it more into the middle. With all my testing that I've done, I have never seen the cat go off of that carpet, so you'll never have to worry about it. If you guys are worried about it in the slightest, you can just go ahead and put them on the top of that trapdoor. The second method that I showed you where to place the cat. Now from here, what you want to do is go ahead and place in a roof on the entire thing, covering all the way out to the outside, and then make sure that you guys go up all the way around the outside of the entire farm. And now that we have our farm all completely finished and covered up, what we want to do is we actually want to go into the inside of the farm. And now we need to go ahead and place a ton of trapdoors on the ceiling, and you only need to put it above the 9x9 area that you just got done building. You can do this prior if you'd like. The thing that I like about doing this after the fact is you don't have to go ahead and crouch the entire time, which makes it really nice to go ahead and just place all of the trapdoors. So just go ahead and finish that up. And this is what everything should look like with all of your trapdoors in place. Everything above the 9x9 platform should be completely covered except for that very center where your cats are actually chilling out at. If you guys are a little bit OCD, you might have to put all the chests or the trapdoors facing in the same direction, but that's completely up to you. I don't really mind, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave it just like that. But if you guys do want to make something a little bit bigger and make it taller, the levels actually just repeat themselves. So all you have to do is go up 3 here, and then you're gonna go up at an angle here. This is actually gonna be your new roof, and then you're gonna come to the very center of the farm, place in a carpet, then go ahead and place in a trap door, and you can either put the cat down below beneath the trap door or on top of the trap door, completely up to you. And then you're just going to go ahead and cover this entire area with a 9x9 platform, again covering by using the every 2 with the carpet, whatever color carpet that you guys are actually going to be using, just like that. And then you guys would actually just make a wall all the way around it, trapdoors, and eventually you're going to get creepers just like that. But I'm not really sure what he's doing on the outside of the farm, since the creeper farm is inside of there. So creeper, you need to take it from there to in there so we can harvest all your goodies, such as your gunpowder. All right, so from here, what you want to do is find out wherever your chests are at. And then this platform right here is actually the one that you need to grab your coordinates from. Right here, we're at 124. You want to go up 128 if you're on a server. Some of the servers, like the server that I play on, actually isn't 128. It's actually only 96. So whatever that distance is away, that's the max distance that you can go. So you'd want to go up 128 plus the 124, which would be 152, if that's something that you guys would like to do. So your AFK platform is going to be way up in the sky. And I just realized that I've been saying 152 the entire time, but it's actually 252, but I got it to the right world height in the long run. So then you can break everything below there. Otherwise you can build this out of scaffolding, whatever you guys really want to do. It's completely up to you. And then you just put your AFK platform right here, and then you can continue to build more of your farm down below. And you can just continuously check down here to see if you guys are getting any drops in the meantime. Obviously, we're not going to, because we have this open and there's going to be some low light levels in there. And the fewer platforms that you guys actually have, the less creepers will actually spawn. But if you guys just make one level like this, you guys should generate about 150 roughly per hour if you're just going to have one level. And then you would actually increase that by 150 every level that you have. Now, if you want to be able to expand this, like I was actually talking about at the very beginning of the video, what you would actually do is just come right off of here. So this is your wall where your creepers are actually coming into. You'd actually break this wall. And what you're going to do is you're just going to expand it out just a few blocks this way. So the cats actually are sending them roughly about 5 blocks away or so. So what you need to actually do is build this about 5 blocks. So just like I have, and then you would put a wall around that. Just like this. And then we'll go ahead and finish it up just like what we have inside of there, placing our cat, and I'll show you guys the finished product. And this is what everything should look like when you are finished with this expansion. So basically you're mirroring everything that you would have on this side. Your cat would be in the very center. You just don't want to push the creepers that way. They might run into this corner from time to time, but for the most part, they should try to run away from the cat further, and they'll run towards this way. My best opinion is that you build up with the farm so that you actually build it up in the air instead of building this. But if you want something that has a little bit more spawn spaces, you can definitely go ahead and extend out each of the chambers by another 5 just to get a little bit of more spawning spaces. But still, my best advice is to just go ahead and build it up. You'll actually get a lot more drops in the long run. But now you can go ahead and AFK at the very top here. And I'm going to go ahead and AFK here for about 5 minutes or so. It's been about 5 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and check what kind of drops we have so far. And I even jumped off the right way. That was even better. Oh, I hear good news. And there you go. So we already have 33 and it was just a little over 5 minutes. It was like 7 minutes, I think, is what I actually got. And you can actually hear another one already coming down. So this is actually working out pretty good. But typically, like I was mentioning earlier, you do get about 150 drops per hour. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's a lot more, sometimes it's a little bit less, but it is kind of what it is. But hopefully this does help you guys out. If it does, make sure that you guys go ahead and like this fish and this video if you guys would. It would really help me out and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.